Hi there, it's Jen, and it is Friday, May 3rd. Well, actually, it isn't. I'm recording this before May 3rd, but it is being posted on May 3rd. And I'm not live with you today because I'm in Mexico with the Stampin' Up incentive trip. So that's exciting for me. And so I still wanted to do a video for you guys. So I'm doing a video today on in colors. So without further ado, I'm going to pop over to the craft desk and talk to you about the in colors and actually make a project too. Unless you're, you may not be aware, but every year Stampin' Up brings out a set of new 5 colors, and those colors are in the collection for 2 years, and then they go out. So there's always one set coming in and one set going out. So these are this year's colors, and they're super, super pretty and bright and fresh. I love them. So I'm going to just tell you what they are. So this one is Pretty in Pink, and I'm going to hold it up to the camera because sometimes lights look different. So this is Pretty in Pink. You may recognize it as a color that we used to have in the collection, and it is now back in the collection. This one here is called Summer Splash. It's kind of like a bluey green, almost a turquoise. This one here is Petunia Pop, my favorite because of course it is purple color. Then we have Peach Pie, which is a nice peach color, which is great because we don't have a peach in all in the collection. And this one is called Shy Shamrock. So it's kind of a bright, fun green. So I wanted to show you Designer Series papers as well. So this is a new package. It comes in 6x6 size, and there's 2 patterns. So there's this polka dotty pattern, and then this one on the one side. So that's the Petunia Pop. And then this one here is the Summer Splash. So there's a stripe on that side, and that's really pretty floral on the other side. So I'll put that one with that one. Then we've got here Peach Pie. That's the same pattern there. I'll just put it here with a stripe on that side. And then we've got Shy Shamrock here. And then Pretty and Pink. So again, so there's 2 different patterns of each in the package. The package looks like this when you get it, and it's got I think it's 4 or 5 of each of the colors. So one of the ways that you can get the in colors is to join my in color club. I run it from May, June, and July. So each month you get a selection of in color products. So you end up with all of the in color products, all the inks, all the papers, all the embellishments. So that's something I'll just put a link in the post about so that you have that information. It's on my website too. So that's the in colors. Do you have a favorite one? So I'm going to work with 2 of them today, and then I've got cards made with all the colors to show you at the end. So I'm going to work with, no kidding, pink and purple because they're my favorite. Although I'm really loving the peach because it's just something so different. So expect to see some cards with that too. So let me just pull all this aside here and pull in my ink pads. And the stamp sets I'm working with are, this is the same one that I used last week, Flowers of Beauty. It's a new stamp set in the catalog, and it's a 2-step stamper. So you stamp with the outline image in this color, and then, outline image in this color in a darker color, and then you go over top with a lighter image. By the way, I don't know if you noticed my nails, but they're all in color. And then on the inside, I digress there, there are dies that cut out the stamps. So this set here, and then also dies that just do extra images. So I've got all of those there. I'm also using a stamp set that has stayed in the catalog. It's called So Sincere. I just love this happy birthday that's vertical, so I'm going to be using that. Okay, so I'm going to start with the card base, and this is Pretty in Pink. And I'm going to fold it in half. My bone folder out here. Oh, there's an extra dimensional. And I've got a piece of basic white that is 5 1/4 by 4. And I've got a piece of that pretty Designer Series paper and Petunia Pop. So that's going to go here. So I'm going to start with the greeting and stamping that in Petunia Pop. So this is going to be all pinks and purples. Here's my pink and purple nails. So this is a red rubber stamp, and it's still pretty easy to line up. I just find I like to have the edge of the paper showing, and then I can line that up. So there we go. Got a little bit of a smear there, so I'm going to just flip this over and straight down and straight back up again, then you won't have a smear. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to take my Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to do, this is going to be my darker green, and I'm going to do the outline image here. And I'm just going to dance that across the ink pad because this is a nice long stamp. And I'm going to stamp that down here. This is quite similar to the card I made last week, the way I'm stamping this part. So you can check that out from last week. I don't need this anymore, so I'm just going to close that up, only because I'm a spaz and I'll drag my fingers through there. And then I'm going to use soft seafoam. And I'm going to use the other matching part here. So this is the more filled in image. And so with the photopolymer, super easy to just line this up right on top. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. Okay, so there we go. So now we have this beautiful colored leaf image. And now I'm going to stamp here. And it's the same principle for the flowers. I want to do the lighter color with the bigger one. So I'm going to do that first. And I'm going to use the Pretty in Pink. I'm going to stamp that on here. And then the darker color, I'm going to go over top with the Petunia Pop. So again, I'm just lining this up. Whoops, I got it going the wrong way. These are going to get die cut out. I could stamp them directly on the card, but having a die cut just makes it pop more. So look how pretty that is with the two colors together. Okay, so now I'm going to die cut that out. So I just took that off screen for a second to do that. I can't do that when I'm live, but I can when I'm recording a video. So I just used a piece of tape. This is tape that I use, reusable tapes on my website under products Jenn recommends. It just comes off. Like it holds something in place, but then it peels off without wrecking the cardstock. And so then I've got all these nice little bits here. So I'm just going to put them here on my placemat. And get all this out of the way. Sorry, making lots of noise here. Okay, so I'm going to put this together. So I'm going to use my seal adhesive, and I'm going to put in the, I'm actually not sure. I think I might use the floral side. And put that on there. This paper is so pretty. Okay, and then I'm also going to take, this is one of the in color products as well. This is Petunia Pop as well, and it is, I'm just going to look here to see, yeah, it's like a double stitched ribbon. It's very pretty, and I'm going to just add some tape on the back here. It's one of the in color products, so there's a color, each of the in colors has a matching ribbon too, so in the in color club you would get some of that. It's really hard to tell which is the right side. Maybe it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to run that along the edge there. I almost should have done that one color in pink instead of purple, but that's okay. It's all mix and match here, so it's good. So that's going to go on here like this. Okay, and then I'm going to add these in, and I'm going to use dimensionals. This is, again, very similar to what I did last week. I just love the design so much, so I just copied it. You can copy your own designs. So I'm going to use dimensionals. Let me get this stamp out here. And I'm going to start putting those on the back. So I'm going to use the bigger ones at the bottom. And because we're using the two colors, Petunia Pop and Pretty in Pink, it will all match. So, and these are almost like hollyhocks or something, so you can put them any way you like here on this flower. So I'm going to take the next biggest one and add that in. So rather than you watch me fiddle with all those, I just added them all on. They're all on little dimensionals. And now I have another in color product here. These are the 2024, 2026 in color shimmer gems. So there's some of each of the colors there. And because I've got both the purple and the pink in here, I can add both in. So I'm going to do that. So there's a purple And there's a pink. And let's add another pink one up here because we've got lots of purple up here. So something like that. So they've got a little bit of shimmer to them. And then to mimic that shimmer, we'll add in some Wink of Stella here to each of the center of the flowers. And this might not show up on the camera, but it's such an easy thing to add. This Wink of Stella, I'm going to see if that'll show, but how pretty is that? So let me show you some other ones I made with other colors. The other colors. So this one here is one that I did with just the petunia pop, and the way I got that secondary color is I stamped this big one first on a piece of scrap paper and then again, so it's just the same colors, just stamped off, and then I've added silver accents. So this is this silver trim, which is in the catalog. There's a silver and a gold, and then I've just added silver rhinestones, or the regular rhinestones to mimic that. Okay, and then let me show you the pink version. So the pink version, so I did same thing. I stamped the pink off, but this time I brought in another color. I brought in Blackberry Bliss, and I actually dotted the gems here with Blackberry Bliss just to bring that color through, but the rest is all Pretty in Pink. So Pretty in Pink Designer Series paper, and then I brought in gold, which is the same ribbon here. Where's my gold? There we go, the gold and the silver ribbon, both in the catalog. And then I brought in some sparkle gems. These are actually bronze and not gold, but they're close enough. So that's pretty. And then for the peach one, so I brought in an extra color here too, and this is, I brought in Calypso Coral, so it's slightly darker orange. And so the actual blossoms are peach and then Calypso Coral on top. I've brought back in that gold ribbon and then some of the brushed butterflies. And same coloring here, Granny Apple Green on the bottom. So I'll put those ones down. Okay, now I did something fun for the next two colors because they're both kind of a greeny blue color. And so what I wanted to do was to color this in a different color than green or blue. So what I did was I pulled in our new basic beige, and I wanted to just show you for comparison. This is Crumb Cake and this is basic beige. So depending on the lighting here, you might be able to see it almost looks white in here, but let me show you white against it. So you can see white there on that card. It's not white. It has definitely got a beige. There's a really nice light beige. So I stamped for the next two, I stamped the greenery, if you will, with Crumb Cake on the outside and then basic beige on the inside. And then I did the same technique here for the, so this is a Summer Splash color. I stamped the Summer Splash off first on scrap paper and then again on. So it's the same color, it's just a lighter version. And I've used some other in color gems. Let me just show you those. So these are some other ones that you would get with the In Color Club. So a little bit of each. They're just not shimmery this time. So I thought that was nice and muted, that one. And then here is the Shy Shamrock. This one's a little crooked here. So I did the same thing. I used, oh, and I used basic beige ribbon on here to tie that through too. And same idea with the Shy Shamrock. Stamped it once on scrap and then again. Crumb Cake and basic beige. This one I put the beige ribbon on, but I also added a little bit of the gold. And then these are sparkle gems that are also in the catalog. So there we go. There's my 5 colors. And then this is my sort of mixed one of all of those. So do you have a favorite of those? And again, just in case you missed the beginning, you can get all these things in the In Color Club. I'll make sure and put a link in the post about that. So let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed those cards. I'll be back next week and I'll do my regular draw. So regularly you comment, like, and share, and then I will do a draw. So if you actually comment, like, and share on this particular post, I'll do a draw for the card that I made as well. And what else? Oh, and yes, don't forget that in a week was my catalog kickoff celebration party. So you can have a look there, also on my website, and you can see that. So that is all I have for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, whether you're watching this as it's playing out live or whether you're catching the replay later. I will see you all again next week, and thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.